Good morning and welcome to the first Hunkydory show of 2025. Happy New Year to everyone and welcome back. We've definitely missed being here with you and we have got an amazing show for you to look forward to today. But helping me out today, we've got the lovely Jess. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, thank you.
Chilled?
Very.
I love the Christmas holiday for chilling, isn't it? And in the demonstration corner, we've got Natalie. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You okay?
Happy New Year. I'm good.
Happy?
Happy New Year. I forgot what I was going to say then.
Okay.
I was like middle of sentence, like happy, and then I was like, I can't say Monday because it's not Monday. But Happy New Year. There we go.
I know. It's going to be thrown out this
Yeah.
week, isn't it? It's already Thursday.
You're going to have to give us like 2 days to get back into things because
Get warmed up again.
yeah, I've not been out of bed since 12 o'clock most days, so you know. We're nearly there, but not yet.
We'll work with it.
Yeah, you just got to work with us.
Good
Stick with
Christmas?
us. It was good, yeah. It was nice. Did not do much, but it was perfect. Nice time off.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we hope everyone at home had a lovely Christmas. We're back to reality and ready to start 2025 with the launch of our latest Crafting with Hunkydory magazine.
so exciting.
And it is a good one. But before we have a look at that, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly. Now, we are not going to tell anyone that we've only got 2 days of this week. But this is the prize that we have got. You can be in with a chance of winning our Young at Heart Moonstone Dies collection. So you are getting 35 dies in total.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this, worth $44.97. We've got 3 lucky winners and we will announce the winner tomorrow. So it is only 2 days. So all you need to do is like, share and comment and answer the following question. Which of these countries was the last to enter 2025? Was it A, American Samoa, B, Kiribati, or C, Hawaii? Like, share and comment and you will be in with a chance to win that amazing 3 die sets there. 3 lucky winners and we'll announce those tomorrow. But moving on to the launch for today is our latest Crafting with Hunkydory magazine, issue 81. And within here you can see 103 different projects in here. You also get a deluxe card collection, 4 double-sided papers, 2 gold foiled acetate, an A6 embossing folder and more. And you can see there on that screenshot the amount that you are going to get with this magazine. And I still can't believe the price.
I know, it is
$9.99, or if you are a Diamond Club member, just $8.99. So you can see you've got all the usual articles that you've got in here. Introduction to the team, a letter from the editor Anne, all your messages here, sort of a bit of up-to-date information about what has been happening. And the nice thing about this is there are no adverts in here. It is pure content, pure crafting, pure inspiration. And you will see the free gift has been used there. There you go, you've got the normal article, Dan spilling the beans. Some of the things that we've got to look forward to in 2025. You've got revisit of older collections. You've got your new collections there.
There's literally so much full of stuff in here, isn't there?
It is. Catch Up with Anne-Marie. Look at that gorgeous project that she's done there with those photographs. But you can see and the sneak peeks of
what's coming up.
Products coming up as well. But you can just see the amount of inspiration. There's photographs in there, so you see with that one you've got your step-by-step photographs and written instructions. This is perfect as well. Maybe you know somebody who wants to take up crafting this year, because you get the free gift with it and the inspiration in here. They can already make a start on it. But you can see it's just jam-packed. Your topper challenge there, how many cards can you make with your topper sheet? You've got a scrapbook layout there. Using your craft markers versus your brush markers to see the different techniques that you get. Just endless amounts, and even you've got your templates in the back.
Template bits. They're
It's so helpful,
handy.
isn't it? And you can see the concertina card there. Just perfect. So 103 projects within the magazine, but not just that, you also get, I just love this collection.
It's so adorable.
Look at these gorgeous characters here.
We've had this kit for so long in the office, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we have just loved it.
Absolutely loved it. And you can just, even when you look at them, you can think of who you would send those cards to, can't you? You've got the tags on there, you've got your sentiments, your border frames, and then you get the coordinated cardstock to go with it. So you get your printed and then also your foiled as well.
Just the cheekiest little characters.
We could not get another topper onto there, could we?
No, we have jam-packed every single bit.
And you think about how many cards that you could make with that. You've even got your border strips as well. Just absolutely stunning images on there. And again, you get the gorgeous foiled cardstock and that printed cardstock there. All those little animals on there that are on the postage stamps. So you are getting 4 topper sheets, 4 printed cardstock and 4 foiled cardstock on there.
There's so many different shapes in this, which I absolutely love. And I just think it suits all of the little characters that you've got included in this kit.
Definitely. Now, most people have moved on now from Christmas crafting, haven't
Yeah.
they? It's nice to have these sort of more spring-like colours.
And this is such a general kit as well. Like, it's
Yes.
going to be perfect for so many things.
Look at him there with the little bird.
He's just adorable.
And then lastly, look at those ones. You've got the sentiments again, the squirrel there and the foxes. Just gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments and colours within there. So you get all of that. So there's 12 sheets there, 4 topper sheets, 4 printed and 4 foil cardstock. You also get your A6, your 2D dotted dots embossing folder. And you can see here how you don't need to just use it that size. You can extend it as well. The pattern will continue on there.
Tile it. That pattern as well, you'll see a lot within the backgrounds and the images that we've got included within the kit. So you can use that on top of the background to enhance like the design already. So those dots that you've got will line up perfectly with this. So you can get like a 3D effect with them as well.
Yeah, also you could use it with your Maptastic cardstock and use your sanding blocks if you got those.
Really good.
To sand it down. So you also get this embossing folder with that. You also get...
Not finished there. We're still going.
So this is your double-sided papers. So you've got the side with your sort of more toppers on that you can cut out. But then you've also got your pattern paper on the back of there. Again, look how many, I mean, 6 cards you could probably make with the toppers on that one.
Some of them are nice shapes for tags too.
Yes.
So you could use them as like on birthday presents or...
Yeah, and I think like this one here across the bottom, how lovely sort of your 3 square apertures.
They would look really nice on a DL, wouldn't they?
But you can also create shaker cards, and again, you've got those patterns on the back, and you can see Natalie was saying about that matching the embossing folder that you've got there as well, so you can use those together. You've then got, look at this gorgeous, you can see all of those different animal images on there, and again on the reverse you've got the pattern paper, and then you've got the gorgeous blue and the sort of peachy colours as well. So you also get those 4 sheets on there. Have we finished yet?
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Is this our favourite bit, the next bit?
I think so.
Then you also get, look at how adorable these are.
They're so cute.
You have got your 2 sheets of your gold foiled acetate with these characters on. You can colour them in, use your craft markers to colour them in. You could colour in sort of the backgrounds of them, but you can see, turn them into shaker elements for your cards.
So good for shakers.
You'll be able to use them with your circle dies.
Yes, because
your
they fit
Moonstone
perfectly
circle
with
dies,
those.
which will fit perfectly on those as well. But you can just see, again, just a continuation of those characters on there. So you get that first sheet, and then you also get this sheet as well.
I love the fact that there's like a really nice mix of sizes too.
Yes.
And I think these also would work like just really cute as like a little charm. Do you know, like if you use your screw hole punch and then you like add a little bit of ribbon through it and then just have them like dangling from like the side of a card. So that little extra special touch is what these are going to give you. But they're just so fun, and we absolutely love the acetate foiled, and having them foiled in these adorable characters just makes them so much more lovable.
They are just...
They're just the
gorgeous.
cutest things you've ever seen.
Yeah, we've absolutely loved using this collection, haven't we? So that is what you get. I still can't believe $9.99. So you are going to get your foiled acetate. You're going to get your printed papers. You're going to get your embossing folder. You are going to get your topper collection, 12 sheets in there. And you are going to get inspiration of 103 projects in there for $9.99.
All of that, $9.99. Madness. Absolutely madness.
And sometimes when you buy a magazine in the shops, a lot of the time now they're in the cellophane packets, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you can't see what's in them.
No.
We've shown you, you will see what you can get, and we've used the gifts with the magazine within here to make projects.
There's cards in there that show you how to use the kit on its own. So everything that you get physically in your magazine, you can see like cards just used made that.
Yeah.
Then there's got some cards that show us using the kit with extra things that we've got coming up in the show. So if you're wanting to buy extras, you can see how you can incorporate that. And also how to use the free bits in the middle of the magazine as well, alongside the kit. There's so many incredible sort of like projects in there with using this kit.
Yeah.
And I think for gift giving, this is going to be a really cute one. I mean, the items and the images are so gorgeous. You could just make a whole sort of like collection of box frames just with the artwork you've got in here, and it would be so cute.
Yeah, and it would suit all occasions as well, wouldn't it?
It really would.
So you can buy the magazine for $9.99, $8.99 if you are in the Diamond Club. We do also do a magazine subscription. So it is an annual subscription including 6 issues of Crafting with Hunkydory. So it's every other month. The magazine comes out. Is that right?
I think so. There's 6 a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably every other month around
which is
that.
nice actually to buy it now, because you know it's going to last you
the whole
all
entire,
of 2025,
yeah.
isn't it? So you will get 6 issues of this plus free Diamond membership for just £47.95.
Which is crazy, isn't it? Because if you take the cost of the Diamond membership away, which is $19.99, then this is coming down to $27.96
for 6 copies.
For 6 copies, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you divide
that's less than
up.
£5.
It's mad.
Yeah. And with all the free gifts that you get. So you can do that. So the magazine subscription is £47.95. But let's have a look at some of the gorgeous cards that you'll be able to make.
It's just so fun, isn't it? And I think all the patterns, even though they're very like ditzy and different, and there's stripes and there's spots, everything coordinates so well together.
Definitely. And you can see the colours of those pattern papers, how well they match with those
I love
toppers.
the cow on that one. He is very cute.
I've just heard that it's your birthday. Just gorgeous.
The puns, we've not stopped the puns.
No.
The puns
2025, we'll carry on. And you can see how here they've used that gorgeous easel card. You get the frames as well.
So cute.
And then you can see what they've done there.
That's really clever, isn't it? How well it extends off that background.
Yes, so they've used the pattern paper from it, and then the topper. So you
that's really clever.
Really clever,
it looks
isn't
really
it?
good.
And then using that sentiment there for the stopper. Oh, look at this cheeky one.
So cute.
Does it say, especially for a little monkey? I love the way they've put the sort of the topper frame underneath and then that topper onto the top. But just the colours, they're just so fresh, aren't they?
Yeah, it's really vibrant, it's really fun. You can see how well the characters like mix together as well. You've got sort of like the farmyard feel, but then you've also got like the zoo feel and that safari feel. So no matter what sort of theme you're wanting to go down here, there is literally a character for everything.
Definitely.
And you could so easily transform these kits into like loads of different seasons as well.
Yes.
Like you could make a card for spring, make a card for summer, but you could also use a lot of these items and the colours that we've got in the kit for autumn, moving into winter. It's a staple kit that you are definitely going to use time and time again.
Yeah, and you can see there how they've used that foil cardstock to make that stepper card there as well.
It's gorgeous. I think the hardest thing is which designs you're going to use. I think that's what you'll struggle with the most.
Yeah, definitely. And sort of which elements you're going to use first. I think I went for the acetate. I think I did first.
Did you?
And then the stamps.
Challenge
but we
yourself.
will come on to those as well. But you can just see how easily those cards are going to come together. And look how they've used that sort of middle border just to create those extra panels there.
Oh, love
look
this.
at this one.
The fussy cutting on this is very, very clever.
You can see how they've fussy cut along that cardstock there.
It's very cute.
Just suitable for everyone, isn't it?
Nice. That's a very cute way of using the acetate. Because of
So,
course you've got the ability
idea,
to sort of like cut into those designs.
Yeah, and you've even got the sort of the sentiment one down there as well.
Cute.
Just being attached under that border. And then last up, and you can just see how well they work.
Don't they? And that is actually using it with one of the aperture fronts that you're going to get inside the middle of your magazine as well. So you can cut those down. I think there's 4 because it's one page. So there's 4 of those circle apertures that you can
will fit perfectly with those as well.
You can use them. You can either use them with your dies to cut it out the aperture, or you can use it with the just with a craft knife, cut around it, and then you can place those apertures straight behind them, and they look awesome. So
just perfect.
Really
so
cool.
that is some card examples. Just the sheer amount that you get.
It's crazy,
the
isn't
value
it?
for money is just amazing. If you just want a little treat after Christmas, this is going to be perfect for you. But should we come over for a demo?
Yeah, I'm really not sure what to use. It's so hard. I think we're going to go for like the sort of like zoo farmyard, I think. But then you've got sort of like the woodland characters as well. So cute. We saw a little deer on, where was it? On Monday? Yeah, on Monday when I was out walking with Oscar. There was a tiny little, I think it was a deer. It might have been a doe. But Oscar saw it, and then the deer saw Oscar. And it was
like, more scared.
I'm not sure. I think Os thought it was a dog, so he was like full on wanting to play, but it was very cute. I think that honestly, it's so difficult. I love this one. This one's so much fun, and there's so many different characters to choose from in here. I absolutely love them. Let's go for, should we go for the bear? Because the bear is quite adorable.
Yes.
I love how I think it's the illustration that we've got in it, and how sort of like they almost look like they've all been hand drawn. It's so cute. So we're going to go with this cardstock. We've also got this one that fits really nicely with this design as well. But honestly, it's so interchangeable. All the different patterns really, really work quite nicely. And I think I'm also going to use some of these. So let's go for, I think I'm going to get the bear again, because he is super cute. And then I'm going to get the best wishes as well. And we're going to sort of like pop them together to make like a little sort of like charm that we can add on the card. So let's just start off with those. I'm going to pop that up here, and I'm going to pop out my bear, I love the fact that you've got this border that's got them all on as well, so you can so easily like mix and match all of those designs together. I might go for the deer as well, we'll see. We'll see where we go up to. Let's get this one. It says no age puns on this card. I just can't bear them. So I'm going to keep it quite basic, I think, for this one. First card back after the new year. We're not going to go too crazy just yet. And I'm going to do a nice little easel. So the size of this is just over the 4. So if we do it at, let's do a 6 by 6. I'm going to start by doing my mats and layers. So this is just going to enhance the cardstock. And I'm going to do that 2 notches below the 6 so that it gives me a nice edge. And I'm just going to trim this down as well, because I think we're going to have that coming in. And then with this design, I'm going to go straight in for this sort of pattern here, and I'm going to go to a quarter shorter. I'm just going to take this piece here, so 5 3/4, 5 3/4, and then this panel here should fit. It's a little bit short, but I'm going to bring in, if I bring in the border, I'll be able to extend that to be the right size. So I'll grab a 6 by 6 card blank, if I've got some in here. I think I do. These ones 6 by 6, no. What's this one? Might be a 7. I've definitely got some because I stocked this up before I went to telly. Let's do, I'll trim this down. This is an 8 by 6. So I'll just trim it to make it work. And then I'm going to grab my scoreboard. I wish people could see what a state we left this room in before we went away and how tidy it is right now. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Who's responsible for the tidying, Jess?
I think it's both of them, isn't it?
Was it you and Lisa?
It is so nice. So I've stretched this out now, and I've just scored it at 3 to give me that extra fold in my card. I feel like I have to put everything back properly, otherwise I'll get shouted at as well. Make sure it's tidy. And then we're going to come in with my tape runner, and I'm just going to run this along here, and we'll just line this up. I know that it's going to be bigger on one edge. It might be bigger on 2. I don't think I've cut that down properly. Is that right? Or do I need to? No, there we go. So I know that it's bigger on this bottom edge. We're going to fix that with my border strip. And I'm going to come in, and we're just going to add our tape back on here. This is going to fit really nicely on here. So again, it's just going to allow all of the colours to pop. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to add it straight onto my card blank. So making sure that you can still move that. Again, I've got that 2 notches of the white, because there's a lot of sort of like really nice white detail in this kit. So I think having that extra edge is really, really nice. I'm going to take this strip. Let's just take that off there.
You've almost got pre-made stoppers, haven't you, for easel cards? Either using the border strips or the sentiments that you've got.
Ready to go. I do still want to bring in those acetate pieces as well as little embellishments. So hopefully we can make some space for those. So let's just take that off there, because I'm going to use all of this, I think. So if I just line that up, I could have cut into another piece of cardstock, but this is enough to do like either an 8 by 8 panel with like different patterns on either side, or I could use this to make a 8 by 6 card. So I didn't really want to use that. So when you've got things like these strips in your kit, it is worth sort of like using them. So I'm just going to mark it with my pencil. Just trim it with my scissors, and then we can add that back onto that piece there, and then no one will know that that wasn't big enough, because it looks like it was meant to be with that border on there, a little bit of tape, and then we can pop this onto our card. Now I don't know whether to do an easel like this or an easel like this, because I think this is going to be quite fun if I do it this way around, especially with like the character and the design that we've got on there. So pop that onto here. This could also make a really nice fold back this way. There's honestly so many options when you're doing this. Just want to make sure that is nice and even.
And you can see you've got 2 panels there, but you've still got that whole other panel left, haven't you, to make another card with.
So I'll bring this in now, and then this will sort of like hang over the edge here. If I was being a bit more clever, I know I've covered the whole thing of that, but if I wanted to get the most out of this kit, I could have stuck this down first and then placed this, because I could have missed out a bit of the middle. I wouldn't have needed to use the whole thing. I am going to go a little bit crazy with my foam pads, so I'm just going to grab this main border and I'm going to stick that border on quite straight. We're going to stick this one on as well. So taking all of these little bits out, you can use your scissors if you want to pop those out. I'm going to come in with some foam pads. I'm just going to use 2mm foam pads on here, and I'm just going to bring that to around about halfway down this little section. So I'm going to pop that on and then remove this back in, and then with my frame now I'm just going to make sure that that is about my spacing around the sides and that top are all equal, so I've got a nice space around there to be able to work with. And I know because I've only put my foam pads like halfway that I'm not going to be able to see them underneath as well. So then we can go in with our main image. I think this is wonky, this frame. See if we can fix that. I might have a little bit of time just to lift that up. There's nothing worse than sort of making it and then realising it's on a wonk. Let's just straighten that out. And then again, with 2mm foam pads, I'm going to pop this over there. So again, around halfway. You just want to make sure that you are popping enough on there. And then to make this super, super strong, because obviously this bit here on the bottom is a little bit flimsy now, I'm going to add my middle frame back in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it this way, and I'm going to add it on with foam pads. So it's going to elevate, and then you're going to kind of like get that look of having to look through the card. So I'm going to do that with my little strips, and you just want to add them to each corner. Now I'm just thinking, do we have any of the tiny little squares, because they will also be quite handy here. Let me have a look. We do. I
think a lot of these as well look like, you know, like photo booths photos, don't they?
They do. They definitely have that sort of feel that they're just like popping out. So let's take our pokey tool, and I'm just going to pick these up on my tool, and then these are going to fit perfectly, and they're the right size as well, because you've only got a really thin edge. And if you're worrying about where to put them, line it up on the opposite edge, so like upside down. Oh, there we go. And you can kind of just line it up now on there. Of course it's going to move, so you can see where you need them to be, and then you know you're not going to get any sticky where you don't want it, because that is the last thing you want to be doing when you're doing a card like this. So these are going to fit perfectly on here, and you've also got that space on top of your topper as well. So if you want to add an extra bit, like a little bit of a security to make sure it's not going to pop off, then we can go in and add these on the top here. So this is where all those different foam pads that you've got in your stash really come in handy, because you're always going to need them. So we can just take off our backing now of here. Oh.
And that is a good way, isn't it, to see where you need to put them, because
Yeah.
sometimes I put them all the way around and then
you decide what you want to do
Yeah.
with it, and then you're like, oh, it's going to stick everywhere. Or when you close your card, you're not going to be able to open it because you've got
or you're going
tape
to
on
see
it.
them on the reverse as well. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to go around anywhere where they're just poking through a little bit too much, and we can just line that up on there. We know it's going to fit on really nicely because of where we've put all of our little elements. And then we are going to go with the sentiment for our stopper. So let's get some 4mm foam pads, because they're super chunky, and we know that they're going to fill that space. So it's going to be enough of a height to stop the design. So we can pop that onto here, so just where it sits best. And I think I'm just going to do it so it just sits on top of these little like spiky bits that we've got. So that's going to fit really nicely and stop the card there. And then I do want to use these little elements as well. I think I'm going to do it on this side of my card. So I'm going to get some glue dots. Let's see where they are. At the very front. And then I think I'm also going to steal a bit of ribbon. So if I pop the first one on, and I just use the glue dot at the very top of my little piece here. Let's just pop it in this top corner so it sits together. I'm going to put the best wishes kind of so it's just off the edge. And the good thing about these glue dots as well is because they're on strips, you can kind of like cut into them and then just pick off the bit that you want.
Yes, you don't need to use the whole thing.
So I'm just going to place that at the very top, and then that can just hang off the side there, and then we can go in and hide our glue dot with a bit of ribbon. So let's find a blue. This one's perfect, I think. It's the right shade.
Look how organised that is.
I know. Honestly, we've been treated so well. You can go and do the craft room if you'd like next, Jess. We did not have the time to do that before we left for Christmas. I bet there's still all of the stuff that Dan left in there. So a tiny little ribbon. I'm going to just cut off my edges and then stick this on again with a bit of glue dot over the top just to hide that. I always like to fold it over on my ribbons as well, because obviously they're not super round and you don't want to get the glue dot anywhere where you don't want it. And then we can just pop that in the top corner with that best wishes. It just hangs off the edge there, and then there you go. You've got that super fun little easel card, and then that little touch of acetate which you can just see on there. There you are.
That is just gorgeous, and it's great to see how you can attach those acetates.
Yes.
To your cards as well, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, because there's loads of different ways you can do it. I think you can all, because they work really nicely with your dies as well, to be able to make frames to then put your tape around, like your red liners, your shaker cards and things like that. They're going to be perfect.
You can do that, or then if you put the glue dot on like you've done, put the bow on there as well.
You're not going to be able to see it. That will cover it
up. So lots of different ways you can use it. And just to show you, Natalie highlighted it earlier, there is also a page in the magazine of extra toppers as well.
Look at those.
And that was the frame that had been cut out to use with those acetate elements.
So you've got the frame, but then you've also got like little toppers that you're going to be able to use if you don't want to use them with the acetate, or if you want to use them separately, like the cards show on the images.
Yeah, like this one here, isn't it? How you can sort of use those ones there on there as well.
So cute.
So you can see again, so even another page in there of things that you can use. So along with this, what we like to do is give you more products that will extend the amount of cards and sort of projects that you can make with the collection. So we have got the Adorable Scoreable selection. You've got 24 sheets you've got 8 colours, 3 sheets of each. So you've got your carrot there. These are new ones.
New colours,
so these are new colours for 2025. So you've got your carrot there.
A little sneak peek of what's to come.
Soft suede. And you can see how well these are going to match with the collection.
Yeah.
You've got your honey there. Gorgeous yellow colour.
It's gone all funny on the screen, Jess.
I know.
What's happened?
There you go. We've got Arctic Ice there. So these are all new colours. You've got your lemon. You've got your green tea.
I love that colour. That is a very nice shade.
You've got your Hessian, and then this is one of my favourites. Last up, the Cherry Blossom. So this is new, adorable, scoreable colours. 3 sheets in 8 of those different colourways. Just $9.99 or $8.99 if you are a Diamond Club member. We've also got your foiled adorable scoreable. So this is the same colours. You've got 16 sheets of foiled edge-to-edge. 8 foil designs on 2 different colourways.
And patterns that really match with the kit as well.
Definitely that gorgeous stitching on there. But this is just going to help you just extend the amount of cards that you are going to be able to make with these.
It's a really fun selection of patterns. I use this for like birthday cards, like just on its own, I think.
Yeah, you could even make boxes as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And put the sort of the topper elements around the box as well. This is one of my favourites as well, those paw prints there.
How good is that one going to look with that bear?
And in that colourway.
It's so nice.
Just perfect. And then you've got your florals on there. And this one's sort of that sort of party confetti type. So 8 different designs on 2 different colourways. Again, you've got that background that matches the embossing folder that you get with the magazine on those different colourways. And then lastly, the dots on there. So 16 sheets of your edge-to-edge foiled adorable scoreable, perfect to coordinate with this collection. Just $9.99 or $8.99 if you are a Diamond Club member. And then next up,
I think this is one of your favourites as well.
You have got our picture perfect 8x8 paper pads, and you can see it says over 295 elements within here. I think sometimes people say, how many cards could you make with this? And I think it's impossible to say. I mean, look at the toppers already that you've got on there. Your different sentiments, happy birthday.
If you love the artwork that you've got in this kit, though, this is a great way to be able to have that artwork once you've used the toppers as well.
And you can see on the reverse, you've got all those pattern papers that coordinate perfectly.
So many good designs and patterns.
You could emboss these as well, can't you, using the embossing folder. So you get 48 double-sided sheets, 12 different page layouts, 4 of each. So you can see there. Just again, different sentiments on there. If you're unsure of sort of which colours to use, you can use the reverse.
I love the ones of them like all together.
Yeah, like the group photo.
I do think they are.
Yeah.
So good.
Here you've got, this could be used for anniversary as well, couldn't it? Your birthday sentiments again. But these are all straight lines, so they're easy to cut.
Easy to cut.
With your trimmer as well. Mix and match across the pages. Because it's all the same colour.
Yeah.
The colours and the theme, you can just mix and match them.
They are the cutest.
You've got the crocodile in there, yeah.
You've got different characters as well, the little tiger.
I know, I didn't see that one.
I didn't see the tiger. He's super cute. I love the sloth.
And the hippo, yeah. Just suitable for everything. You've got a tortoise there again. And that bear, just going to work perfectly with the gifts that come with the magazine. So 48 sheets. It's an 8x8 paper pad. 12 designs, 4 of each, for just £11.99 or £10.79 if you are a Diamond Club member. What I would tend to do is, because you get 4 of each, I'd use 2 of them I'd use on the toppers.
Oh yeah, and 2 for the papers.
And then 2 for the
That's
papers
a good
as
idea.
well. So cut them out and sort of lay them all out and see how they can all work together. But just endless amounts of cards that you are going to be able to make with that. So £11.99 or £10.79 if you are a Diamond Club member. And you can see some of the cards that we've got here. Again, making an easel card with those, and also embossing that paper as well. You can just see there, can't you, how that has been all embossed on there. And then some of these elements have been fussy cut. So because you get 4 of each sheet, you can fussy cut some of them as well. Create your own decoupage. How cute is that one? Look, you can see.
Oh yeah, with a little wobbly head.
Yeah, so the step has been made using that foiled cardstock, and then just taking some acetate there, just so that you've got that sort of 3D element on there. And then you can see on this one how well that adorable scoreable
look how good it looks
embosses,
with the
doesn't it? Yeah,
that's really nice.
just done it. So you can see there how little you need to make a really good card. Just your adorable scoreable, use your embossing folder, and just 3 of the smaller toppers there. Just gorgeous. So that is your picture perfect pad. I just think it's brilliant for extending, isn't it?
It's so cute.
What you are going to be able to do. So what are we doing for the next demo?
We're going to use a mix of all of that stuff actually. So I've got my paper pad. Again, not really picked out a design from here, but I just look. There's just so many of the designs that I absolutely love. Oh, look at this one as well with them all together. Like these would work so perfectly. We are going to do a card like that in the next section though. So I think
I love the zebra as well.
It's just adorable. Yeah. We've done, let's see what other things we've done. So we've done the bear.
Somebody's put these animals would be fab as pop-up box card as well.
Yes, they would look awesome like that. I'm going to do a little.
Loving the samples.
We've done like the woodland theme with our with the bear that we use. So I'm going to use these ones next and do like a little farm feel. And I'm just going to pick out a few toppers so we can do like a stepper. So let's see what other bits we could use, because you don't want all the bits, you don't want it to be too big. I think if I trim from here these little squares, and I think that your picture perfect pads are so well organised that you can really just like trim all of the different pieces out and then just like use what you want from the pages. Yeah. So if you don't want to have like loads and loads of pages that are all separate from each other, they are really, really easy to trim away. And again, you could just make the smallest little card. You could make a really cute notelet set with these. Things to like make and sell as well. Don't just think about making cards, but think about making like boxes of cards or sets of cards. This is where these pads come in really, really handy. So I'm going to use those elements, and then I'm going to bring in my foil cardstock. Now I've got pink and green and blue on all of the different colours there. So let's do my stepper. Oh, there's so many different
I know, and you just know they're all going to go with it, don't you? They're all going to work perfectly.
I'm either going to need to use this one. Let's use this, and I'm going to bring in some green as well, because I want to use that embossing folder to do some really cool embossing as well. So I think I'm going to go with a side stepper, and I'll do the normal sort of measurements, and then let's grab that gorgeous green tea. Absolutely phenomenal colour. It is just delightful. So I'll bring this in, and we're going to start off by making our stepper. And the only thing I need to be wary of is what size my topper is. So if I just trim this out, I'm positively sure that this is 4x4, because you will see that a lot of the designs within here are either 4x4, 2x2, 4x6. Like, they're very easy round sort of numbers that you can work with. So I'm going to use that.
And was it Kat that had the good idea? You know, the cellophane bags, to just attach one to the back of your pad,
the back of your book,
so if you,
and then just fill up all the extra ones that you've not used. So yeah, it's 4.5 by 4.5. So what I want to do is make sure that my step that I'm adding in is about that size. So if I take my scoreboard again, grab this, I want to trim this down first of all to 28 centimeters, because that is our measurements for our stepper. So 28 centimeters. It doesn't matter about the length of that, and then we're going to score this on the centimeter side. So what I need to do is just leave about, I didn't do it in centimeters, let's work it out.
Oh, Nikki on the chat says, oh my goodness, that's my New Year's resolution broken. I need this set.
You do. You really do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it at about, I'm going to do all my scores to about 8 inches. So I'm going to have quite thin steps, but we're going to fill them with quite a lot of stuff as well. So we're going to do that at 3, 6, we're going to do it at 10, at 14 all the way through, and then 21 on the back. And then we can just bring in our trimmer, align this side up to the 8 centimeters, and then I can just bring in my score tool from the first score all the way to the back score, and then we've got a really nice base there that we can create our design on. But before we do anything, I need to bring in my other panel. So I'll just mountain and valley fold that. I've got a really nice sort of square base there for my topper to go on, but I'm going to bring in this gorgeous mint number, and I'm just going to trim that to, what did we say we've done there? Let's just double check. I think it was about 5. So if I do it at, let's do it at 4.5, and then know that we'll do our little added extras, and then we're going to bring this in. So I'm going to get my embossing folder, pop this in here. Again, you could have lined this up. We might do that in the next bit, because it does work really nicely on top of those designs. But we're just going to take the outer plates for my machine, pop that in there, and then we're going to run it through on the Gemini. So just popping that in, and then I'm going to bring one of our brand new sanding blocks, and I'm going to buff this down to reveal that nice white core, because again, in the artwork you've got a lot of that sort of like white shade, so you know that it's going to work really nicely. So before we do anything else, I'm just going to lie this really nice and flat, and then in circular motions I'm just going to run it over, and you can see how quickly it comes away as well, and that is down to the fantastic sort of design we've got in our sanding blocks. It's such a good grip that you're not having to do it for like ages. I used to remember doing this, and I would spend like literally like 20 minutes sanding it black.
And it's the size of it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good. So you've got that design there. We're going to trim it down to the size of the folder, so you've got a nice sort of edge on each side, and then we can sort out the height of this now. I think I'm going to do it to the actual size of my embossing folder, which is 6x4 on here, so just to the very edges of that folder. And then what I can do is I can bring in a bit of mirror along the sides, so we could just cut. I might do it like that actually, it's quite cool. So just going to stand sort of over the top there, but then my image can go on here. And if I get some more gold mirri, let's see if we can find some, then I can make a nice matte layer for our image as well, so we know that that's going to stand off. And I might do it for all of the designs I'm going to use actually, so I'm definitely going to use that. And then we've got these 3 little 2x2s as well, so if I do a 1/4 over the 4, do that for my larger layer. We actually, as well, on the website, if you don't want to have to cut your mats and layers for all of this, we do have mats and layers for our Picture Perfect pads. You'll be able to find them on the website really, really easily, but they come in super handy for stuff like this where you don't want to have to be sort of fussy cutting your own out. But I think they are sort of like the 2mm outside edges, so if you're wanting a thicker edge like this, then it will be best just to trim them down yourself.
And I think with those smaller ones, you could even use your scraps, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you get your scrap box out, you probably have bits of mirror in there.
You'll definitely have bits and pieces like that. So our card's ready to go. I'm going to bring out my tape runner. I'm just going to stick that to this panel here. So giving that nice sort of like contemporary feel where it's just sort of half matte and layered. And I'm going to stick it on with foam pads. So let's grab that. Making sure I'm not going too close to the top because it is going to stick over just a little bit.
There's lots of chat in the group about tidying of craft rooms for the new year.
It's definitely something that we think about this time of year, isn't it? Making sure it's nice and tidy.
I actually had to use my craft table for Christmas lunch.
Did you? Did you need extra space?
Move it into the living room, yep. So I do still need to organise it properly again.
So we can just matte and layer all of these up now. I'm going to do that with all of my little bits and pieces. And this again just allows you to create those like toppers. The look that you're going to get with your kit, you can definitely achieve that with your mirri and these lovely little elements. So let's just tape up these little bits and then we can layer these onto my squares. And if you find that your squares are a little bit too big, or if you're a little bit unhappy with them, you can always go around with your trimmer or make them a little bit smaller, but I'm liking the thickness that we've got on here. And again,
because it kind of matches the borders already on them, doesn't it? Those smaller ones.
So let's pop this on here now. I'm going to bring this sort of like slightly off again to sort of go with the look that we've got on the design here. So let me just work out where those foam pads are going to go. Grab some more for up here. I'll just pop that along there, and then my steps are going to have this one at the very back. So let's pop the foam pad on there. So I can put that quite centrally in the middle. And then these little cheeky chaps, I think we're going to have maybe the sheep, the cow. I don't need to be able to see that really, I don't know. I'll lift that up anymore. I think once it's flat out, you are going to be able to see them. It doesn't necessarily matter. I could put him here maybe, or do we just want to go with 2? I think let's just go with 2. I'm going to put my foam pads on the bottom. Could always put one on the inside as well.
Yeah, those smaller ones, they work perfect with a stepper card, don't they?
Oh, so good. So let's pop these, and I am going to sort of twist them at little jaunty angles on that one. And then this could probably go in the back if you wanted to, or on the back even, to have it as a little like Do you know, like when you do like your handmade by?
Yes,
you have it on
yeah.
the back. I think the only thing I want to add to it is some gemstones. We're just missing that little bit of shine. I think though, I'm going to go with pearls actually. I'm going to do white ones. Get my scraper out. I'm going to pop them along the top here. I think the pearls are going to work really nicely with this embossed like dotty background that we've got going on. Oh, missed one. And then, there you go, you've got a really fun little stepper there with all of those super cute characters on.
I absolutely love that. And you can see, you've used nothing other than what's in the collections,
other than,
have you?
No, what we've got from the paper pad, your foil cardstock, and then your plain cardstock as well, with that embossing folder that you're going to get free with your magazine.
And you just can see how well all those colours work together, isn't it? Whichever
good.
aspects you use, they are just going to work perfectly together. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just a reminder then of our Win It Weekly, which we are announcing tomorrow. You will be in with a chance of winning 35 dies. We've got 3 sets of dies from our Young at Heart collection worth $44.97. All you need to do is like, share and comment the answer to the following question. Which of these countries was the last to enter 2025? Was it A, American Samoa, B, Kiribati, or C, Hawaii? Make sure you get your answers in and we will let you know who's won those amazing dies in tomorrow's show. Now this is, I mean, we keep saying it, don't we? Our favourite things. This is our favourite.
Oh, this is.
Yeah.
This is. If this doesn't sell out by, I'm going to say it, the weekend, yeah. I will genuinely be surprised. Have you got one yet? Yeah, I've got one.
Oh.
Do you want? There's a spare one in the cupboard. Yeah.
There won't be in a minute. Look at these
You can't help yourself with this. It's the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your life.
It's almost like there's nothing I could say about it. I just absolutely
it's so cute.
Love it. You've got 20 individual stamps in there, and you can see all the characters from the perfect pads.
Yeah.
From the Topper collections, from our pack to yours. You've got the other side. Hey there, time for a wild adventure, to the party animal, and just all of those different animals. If one of your New Year's resolutions is to do more stamping, improve your colouring skills,
yeah.
These are going to be perfect because they are just a nice size, aren't they?
They're the perfect size.
And obviously because of some of the characters, they take less colouring than others. So for example, the zebra here, you could just leave it just like that, couldn't you? Stamp it in your black ink and just leave it. But they're just the cutest, aren't they?
Adorable, absolutely adorable.
We absolutely love them. $11.99 or just £10.79 if you are in the Diamond Club. Somebody was on the chat talking about one of their New Year's resolutions is to make a certain number of cards or a certain amount of money selling their cards for charity.
Well, this is
going to be perfect because it's never going to run out, is it? You could just make endless amounts of cards with these. So just £10.79 if you are in the Diamond Club. We have also got, is this? Do you want me to do those next?
Oh.
So these
you're really wanting to finish it off.
Free? Yeah. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We
never know, Amy.
Let's not tell anyone. So you can print off these inserts to match perfectly with this collection for free.
As many times as you want as well, just to throw that in there.
So every single card that you make, you could have a free insert for it. You can see the imagery on there is going to match perfectly. I mean, we call them inserts. I always say this. You can use them
as outserts
on the fronts of your cards as pattern paper as well. You can see you can print onto them. I mean, look at that one. Definitely be using that as a background paper. And then your patterned card papers as well. And again, something else that you are never going to run out of. You can just keep printing them out. Absolutely perfect. You can print sentiments onto them, you can stamp onto them. Again, you've got that pattern there. You could put through your, use your embossing folder to put through there. So they are your free digital downloads. All you need to do is visit the hub and you can print those off for free at home. We've also got some more downloads for you. We have got your St. David's Day downloads.
These are very, very fun to colour in. I had the best time doing this. And there's cards inside the magazine.
Is it in the magazine?
Well? Yeah.
So you will see inspiration from Natalie in the magazine using these as well. You can resize them.
You can, yeah.
So depending on the size of card that you want to make. We've then also got your St. Patrick's Day downloads. Again, these are free for you and available on the hub now for you to download and print out. Absolutely gorgeous. So you can make your cards for those occasions. In case you missed it, it might be that you're new to us, you've seen the magazine that we're showing today. We've also got on the show the previous issue of Crafting with Hunkydory. It was issue number 80. And again, you have got just endless amounts of projects in here. Over 100 projects. Same price, $9.99 or $8.99 if you are a Diamond Club member. You can see how to colour your pocket pads as well. So always sort of techniques and tips that will help you with your crafting as well. Again, that topper challenge. So that's, how good is that? So that one has shown you exactly how the cardstock has been cut.
So clever that, isn't it?
So it's the most frugal, isn't it?
Yeah.
How to use the cardstock to the best, to make sure you get the most from it. Just pages and pages.
And a lot of the stuff in this magazine as well is still available to buy.
Yeah, and it's also just looking at the layouts and the styles of cards. It might be that you don't use that exact collection.
Yeah.
But if your crafty mojo has disappeared.
Yeah,
or
it's
if you
something
just want,
we always do is grab our magazines.
Yeah, if you just want some different card ideas for the new year, you are going to get it within there. So that is the magazine. You are also getting, along with this, the stamp set.
Cute.
So your A6 stamp set. I mean, that would look gorgeous, sort of gold heat embossed, wouldn't it? You can use that. And then you also get...
as well.
Oh, yes.
That would look nice.
You also get your topper collection. And I love some of the sentiments that are on here. Happiness looks gorgeous on you. So again, all different occasions catered for on here. 4 topper sheets, and then you get your foiled, 4 foil cardstock and your 4 printed cardstock. Apologies for the voice, by the way. It's going to last. It's going to be fine. That one there says you were born to stand out. So sending those cards just because a perfect time of year to be doing that. But then you've also got your border strips on there and your sentiment tags. Again, just the colours within here. I mean, that's crying out to be made into a sort of central stepper card, isn't it? With those borders there. All the different flowers you've got. Be your own kind of beautiful sentiment. And that gold foiling on there. But you can see a totally different collection from this magazine. With all the sort of the golds in here.
And that's what I really like about the magazines, is how different the kits are. And they're so different from like things we've already brought out in the year as well. Yeah,
so I think especially if you get the annual subscription, you know every time you get a magazine, the gifts that you get with it are going to be totally different. And you're going to build up your own collection of products within there. And then you also get your acetate as well. I still can't believe you get acetate as a gift. It's just perfect. And I love this one here. You've got sort of that script on there. And then you've also got your double-sided papers. So you've got sort of your florals on that one side, and then you can see that script there is repeated. So much like the collection in this new magazine, you know whatever you use within that comes with this magazine is going to work perfectly together. And then your double-sided paper. So you get your 4 double-sided papers as well with that one. So that is your issue 80. But just coming back to your issue 81 that we are launching today, you can see on screen now the amount that you are going to get for just £9.99. You've got your topper collections, you've got your embossing folder, you've got your 2 sheets of the acetate, you've got your double-sided papers, and don't forget you've got those free inserts that you can download from the hub as well. And just to show you a few more cards, these have been made using the stamp set.
I love that card.
It's so clever, isn't it?
It's so cute.
I mean, you can see on that one, it's been heat embossed in black, so there really isn't a lot of colouring that you need to do on there. You've just been done onto white cardstock, but you can just see how effective that looks. I think that'd be perfect for batch making if you are selling your cards. Oh, look at this one.
That's cute. Super easy, like you say, though, if you're going to be using them in this way.
And again, no colouring needed on that one. Just stamped and heat embossed in the gold with that sentiment repeated around there. Oh, look at this one. And again, taking inspiration, isn't it, from the frames in that collection.
They're going to work really nicely with these dies that you've got here.
I just love how this one's been cut out and sort of just poking out
so cute
over the frame there and using that sentiment. But you can see how easy these will be to colour in with either your watercolour pencils, your craft markers. And then you've got this card here. Again, just poking out there.
That's cute.
So just lots and lots of different ideas as to how you can use that stamp set. Love all of them. Are we using the stamp set for the last demo?
We absolutely are.
Oh, good.
So I have got, we're going to go like safari theme with this one. So I've got some sentiments down there. I'm going to stamp my lion. And we're going to do this in Memento because we're definitely colouring these in with our alcohol markers and bringing all of those characters to life. So I'm going to stamp him here because I want to have a lot of space around him for the next bit. And then I'm going to just bring in another sentiment. And I'm going to just
I love all the different fonts on the sentiments as well.
They're so
that
good.
hay there is...
But again, they work together really nicely. Like, you can really mix and match them. They're super, super cute. I'm going to do that one down here. And then we can come back to our sentiments. So just moving that along. I'm going to get my yellows and my browns and my oranges for this. I think I'm going to start with my lightest shade of yellow just to go around his face. So I'm going to go around the face, around the ears, and then back up and around here. And then you can just go in with your craft marker then and just make sure you've got that sort of full coverage. I'm just going to do the bottom of his body as well in that yellow. And then let's move on to this like golden shade. So this is your 406. So I'm going to do this all up the top of his little head here, just at the base of his ears to bring out that dimension, and then all the way around the bottom of his head, just bringing it in quite a bit. And then we're going to do just the top here of this, and then I'm going to go back to my 406, and I'm just going to really go over those colours in this section in particularly to drag those in. I'm going to just do the top of those ears, and then I'm going to go to 411. No, actually, let's go for this one in the browns, your 326, because this is like a really dark golden colour. And I'm just going to go around the edges of his nose here, just to bring in that darker shade around there, a little bit on there as well.
And the nice thing about them, they've got so much detail to them,
So
haven't they? The
much
stamps.
detail.
If you're not confident with all the blending and using lots of different colours,
Yeah.
you have got that detail on there already.
And then for his mane, we're just going to do a mixture of different colours, and I'm just going to like use this sort of flicking motion, and this is a technique from the handbook. If you have the handbook, I think that one's gone now, and I'm just going to do it with loads of the colours, even like the lightest shade that I've used. And we're just going to bring that out. I'm going to go in with my 411 as well, which is this really nice dark shade, and basically I'm just going to build up the colour in this way until all of the sort of white space is sort of gone away from here. So just going to keep going, layering up the colours, and I think with something like this it really works doing this technique. It's great for filling out the space, it's great for bringing in those designs. This is a really like dark orange, so I'm bringing in another shade of that sort of really nice colour.
What you can do as well is just stamp lots of them, isn't it, and just really practice.
It's a great set for practicing your colouring, really, isn't it? And then I'm going to go back in with this dark gold that we used around the outside here, and I'm just going to go all the way around the base of his head just to add that little bit more of like dimension to this main section of his mane. So it's going to be lighter around the outside, but this bit here is going to be really, really like dark, so it's going to bring out that character. And then when we hold it up, you can see how cute that is and all the definition we've got in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out. So I'm leaving like a little tab at the bottom, and then we're just fussy cutting around here. Now I've done this with a few other different characters. I've got one more to colour in, so we'll just trim him out, and then we're going to do like a little pop-up box with these little guys in. So I'm just going to trim around there. Again, I've left a nice little white edge on here, and we are going to use some colours from our pad. So I've kind of just trimmed in to each one where there's sort of like neck pieces, and then I've just left a little tab like that. So let me pop all of these colours back, making sure I'm putting them in the right ones.
I'm definitely going to use these for my grandson's birthday
card.
Oh,
100%. I mean, the boys will absolutely love this. New baby cards are going to be perfect for. All sort of birthday cards are going to be absolutely adorable. So you can see I've got the zebra, the monkey, the giraffe, I've got the lion, and now we've got the panda. So for the panda, I'm going to go in with Cool Grey 1, Cool Grey 3, and then I'm also going to bring in 515, and I've just realised I've just missed the little lion's ears, so I'm going to go in and just do that on the ears of those two. And then we're going to go in and starting off with Cool Grey 1, because this is the lightest shade, and I'm basically just going to enhance the white a little bit more just to make it more dimensional. I'm going to go around the outside edge just like you would do if you were going to do colour, but just bring in that little touch. You won't be able to see that as much, but then we're going to go in with the next one up, which is the Cool Grey 3, and then again just around his face up there, and then again this side just around this little bit. And then if I go in with my Cool Grey 1 now, because we've already put it down first, it's just going to make this easier to sort of like blend together. And because it's like quite a nice large space, it's a great one to colour in, but also if you just wanted to leave it white, it still would look really, really great as well. I'm just going to go over.
The grey just makes it look a bit more dimensional, doesn't it?
Yeah. Gives it that great sort of look. So I'm just going to really go over these lines to make sure, because we're blending like pretty much into the white. You just want to make sure that they're not super, super harsh. So going over with lots of coverage there. I think this is the one pen that's really running out in my set. I use it far too much. And then, of course, we need to give him some red cheeks. So we're going to do that with this colour. So I'm just going to go in and just colour in those little elements that we've been given by the design there. So you've got a really nice, cute selection of characters here. So let's put them on to one side, and we're going to make a little box for them. So I'm going to use my Orange Adorable Scorable, the carrot colour. Absolutely incredible shade. We're going to go in with, cut this down to 6, and then I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, because I know what my measurement's going to be on here. And on the inches side, I'm going to do it at 4. And then I'm going to do it at 5.5, so I've got a 1.5 inch gap. We're going to do it then again 4 inches from there, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9.5. And then again, I want a 1.5 inch, so at 11, which is going to leave me with this nice little tab here. Then we're going to take our scissors. I'm going to trim my tab, and then what I want to do is measure at, I think I want this to be, I'm not going to bring my scissors, I'm going to bring this. I'm going to do it a little bit shorter, so we're going to go this way round. I'm going to concentrate on cutting this first sort of tab here, so up to the score line, lined it up to the 2 inches. I'm just going to cut that to there, and then I'm going to bring this up, and I'm just going to line up this score here. You can trim, if you trim this away, it'll make your life a little bit easier. I'm going to line up this little cut line here with the sides of my trimmer, and then I'm also going to line up this edge here. So we're just going to make a little front here. So I know that I've taken 2 inches off the front there. So what I can do in the back piece here is, again, if I line this up to 2 this way around, I can just take in this tab and just sort of like indent my other panel here. And then I'm going to go again from the top of this tab down to where this one meets. So you're making 2 sort of like really nice sharp angles, and then you can put this together, and what you're going to get is a pop-up box where the base is sort of higher than your image that you've got here. So you've got that nice space. So I've got some mats and layers to go on the front of this design. What I need to do is just line up some of these areas. So that now will be 4. So I'm just going to make that a 1/4 shorter. And then for my tabs, I just need to mark that at 2. And I'm going to bring these together. Oh no, I should do one at a time, shouldn't I? Because they're going to be different.
You just turn one over.
Is that going to work? That will go on that side, and then that it will work. So let's pop that on there. I've already taken a little bit off here, so you'll see, oh no, we're a little bit wonky. Right, what do I need to do there? Let's just try and draw it on so we get that angle right. And if I bring this one back in, actually I'm going to do it one at a time, because the last thing I want to do is make 2 wonky panels. Is that one going to be all right now? Yeah. So let's pop this one on. And we just want to bring that up a little bit. And then let's just mark there where we want that to go. And we can just line that up. And then you can do that. Another way I like to do it is to sit it behind my panel and then trim it away, and then you can just cut off the base.
Move it down, yeah.
That also makes sure it's straight, but not too bad considering. So let's put this together now. I'm going to use some red tape. I do need to do some little panels to put my characters on as well. I'm going to use my red tape for this bit. And then we're going to stick it down flat so it's nice and straight. So I've got my box. This is also the way we're making this. It is going to fit inside an 8x6 envelope. So if you did want to post this, you would be able to. So let's add our panels. I can do that with my tape runner. So I've got this panel for the front. Like so. I love this design.
And then the nice thing about using the adorable scribble to make the box is you've already got your matte layer, haven't you?
You're already done. I just want to make sure that this is straight on here.
Is that paper from the pad?
It is.
Yeah. So
the Pitch Perfect pad has got some incredible designs in. I'm actually using 2 different patterns for this. So this one is a gorgeous sort of like almost like a print from like graph paper, but in lots of different colorways. So let's pop that on there. Just keep that bit on that bit. And then this is going to slide in the back. So we've got that color, and I'm going to trim it a little bit so that you've got a nice edge on. So that's 6. So if I just go 6 1/4. And then I can stick this in. You might want to stick this in using some tape as well, just so you can make sure that you get a nice sort of, you've got that little bit of movement to move it around. I'm going to pop that in there. And then I was wondering, I don't think I can get 2 out of it though. I might be able to if I do it this way around. Let's see. So if I do 1 1/4 and then 1 1/4. I just hold that up there. If I flatten it, line up the corner to that piece, and then using the light behind it, I can see where the cardboard is. So I'm going to do that bit, and then do the same on this side, just so we're filling in all of those
and again, it doesn't
gaps.
need to go all the way down, does it?
No, because you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
And turn this one over for this one. So then we can stick those bits in. I have to use my other tape runner. It's the most adorable little set of characters, and they just make the cutest little cards, whether you're doing like a flat card, whether you're doing something 3D like this. They're just super fun. So my characters are going to sit in here, so I need some little panels to go in the back now. So if I use the rest of this orange, so then I've got colour again, I'm going to make them at 1 inch like wide, and then they're going to be by, let's do it at 6, and then 1 1/2 and 1 1/2, so 3. So if I do it 9 and then 9 again. Oh, they don't need to be 1 1/2 though, do they? They need to be shorter. It's okay. Might actually only need 1. I think I've doubled up that. Yeah, we just need 1 because we're going to use some foam pads on the other one.
Because what you can do as well is add them to the front panel, can't you, and just behind.
So 1 1/2 on that panel, and then 1 1/2 again there. Is that right? And then this. Oh, I've done my measurements all wrong, haven't I? Because it's only 4. Silly me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that is 1. So that's at 7. So trim that off there. I'm going to pop these back. It's 6 in height, not 6 in width. So let's pop this down on there. So red liner tape on both of those tabs. We're going to squish those. I'm going to squish this in. And then we've just got our little sentiments to add, which we can be quite fun with on this one. So I'm going to stick both of these edges in, and then we're just going to line. Oh, it doesn't need to be, I have done this wrong. This needs to be like half the size. So that needs to be about 3/4 of an inch, because this is going to go like halfway in here. I'm quite proud of myself that I've done this much construction on a first show back. So that is going to sit in there, and you just want to make sure that it folds flat as well. So you can see you've got that extra little panel there, it folds back, and then let's pop our characters in. So I'm going to go for the lion and the panda at the back because they're like the tallest. So let's pop them on. Just use my tape runner. Red liner tape would be great for if you're like posting it out, because you don't want them to be falling out of here. And then the great thing about this as well is that you can obviously have them sort of like hanging a little bit vertically, or sort of popping out at different heights, different levels. And then we're going to hide that because I feel like he's got to go in the back though.
Did you just attach him to one of those?
Yeah, let's take this little tab off, because he's got to be
the tallest.
The tallest, hasn't he? We'll pop them. I feel like I need another one further down though. I need like 5. Let's do it a little bit so they're all sort of not in unison. So I can pop this guy with my 1 2mm foam pad in the middle, so he's hiding, or just off centre really, just so he's hiding the back of that panda. And then this guy can go on 2mm foam pad, so let's double up his height away from it, and he can go like here, so he's just like popping out of the edge. And then if we've got those on that side, then my giraffe is going to have to go over here. So I can use the excess from that 2mm foam pad, so he's like looks quite far away, and just pop him there, so he's sort of like really sort of hanging out of the box. And then my signs, I'm going to put from our pack to yours, so let's just trim these all down. My hay there, I definitely want to use this one, so we can take that one, and then I can take this one out as well, just trimming them so that they are nice and straight. I might do a little bit of matting and layering with some of that adorable scoreable that we've still got. So my hay there, again, just trim it so you've got enough of an edge. I hate doing pieces that are too small.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier just to get your scissors out, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I might do that for our mats and layers. And then this, of course, has to go in there from our pack to yours. And there's so many other things you could do. Obviously, I've gone for like the safari theme here, so I could have added the penguins in. or the zoo theme, sorry, because there's always penguins at the zoo. There's the little birds you could add on. There's just so many characters.
I mean, you could put the birds onto acetate, couldn't you?
Yeah,
and sort of
have them like flying around.
Yeah.
So let's see what little scraps of cardstock I've got left for my mats and layers here. We're definitely going to use these. Are any of them going to fit though? That one might fit on that one. No, too small. A little bit too small. Maybe I need to trim it a bit more. Let's just take a tiny bit more off the bottom there, and I think that should fit really nicely. Probably going to fit on here. So let's just tape that on. I'm going to do that. That's going to go on the front. So I can just stick that under here. And then these ones are going to go like a little sign. So if I stick this down and then trim it.
They're just such good fun, aren't they?
Oh my god, they are adorable. Honestly, I could spend all day just making cards with this set of stamps. They are so much fun. Still gonna be. And I just think the colours are just so fun. It's so happy. It's so vibrant. It really puts you in. It's a kit that puts you in a good mood.
Yeah. Definitely a great kit to start January with, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
So I've got now 2 pieces of mirri, which I've cut to 1/4 inch, and I've actually cut them 3 times and like put them back to back, so they're quite sturdy. And then I'm going to pop them in the back to look like little signs. So we can have our time for an adventure, and then we can have the other one on there. So I'm going to do them all wibbly wobbly. So let's stick that one on there. And of course, once you've stuck them down, you can always sort of like chop off the tops once you've got them to the size that you want them to be. And then my hay there.
I feel like it's the kind of signs you'd see around the zoo as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
around the farm,
that's what I was
like,
thinking of. You could even like do little fishtail banners in there so that it does really look like the little signs.
You could even have a bird sitting on one, couldn't you?
Yes, that would look really cute. So let's just pop these in. I'm going to tape up the backs of my little stands. Again, if I was making this at home to gift to someone, red liner tape for everything that you're putting on here, because you want to make sure that it stands. And then I did say that you'd be able to fit this in an 8x6. So what we need to do is just use our mat to make sure we're under that 8x6. I think I'm going to have to go with hay there. Oh, let's just see before I stick it down. Time for a wild adventure maybe in that bit. Or here. I think that one fits better there. So if I just stick that down, I'm trying to find it underneath, just press it in with my hand. And then I think this one's got to go up here. You've got a little bit of a space with an 8x6. I can always as well, actually. I pop this on with foam pads. It's going to give it that touch of dimension off the other sign. So it's going to stand up a bit more. We love the zoo in our family. The kids especially love the zoo.
Yeah. It's such a good day out, isn't it?
It is. So there you go. You can have your little pop-up box now. And then it folds flat and you're going to be able to send it off in the post.
I absolutely love that.
It's really cute. And I did have so much fun putting that together.
All of the demonstrations today, you've done an easel card, you've done a stepper card, you've done a box pop-up card.
Yeah.
Just shows the range that you can make.
And the versatility that the kit has got, isn't it? That you can just make some really fun things, or you can do really simple things. Whatever your style of crafting is, you can do it with this kit.
And without any other supplies, you have just stuck to...
Just stuck to what you're going to get. Maybe added a few card blanks, a little bit of mirri, but nothing that you won't have in your stash.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Loved those.
I've had fun.
And everyone's loved it on here. Amazing card. That card is fab. Lots of people saying sort of it's inspired them and they're going to start crafting. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So coming up, Anne-Marie is at Hobby Maker today.
She is.
She'll be there at 1 p.m. with Special Days.
Special Days, the first launch of the year. It's very exciting.
Then she'll be on at 3 p.m. with the issue 81 of the Crafting with Hunkydory magazine.
You have to watch to see what she does with that kit, because I bet she's got some great ideas.
Definitely. So if you've ordered it during the show today, definitely tune in at 3 p.m. for them. 6 p.m. she's got card making essentials, and then 7 p.m. she's back for a recap of all the newbies that she's launched during the day. So 4 hours of amazing crafty inspiration for you today on Hobby Maker. Next up here on Hunkydory TV, tomorrow will be a special day.
A special day indeed.
Indeed, as we launch a brand new collection, perfect for any occasion that 2025 may bring. Just want to say we've had so many messages on the chat wishing us a happy new year, and everybody on the chat, so happy new year. We are looking forward to lots of crafty fun this year with you all.
Definitely,
aren't we?
Yeah,
it's been a great first show and we look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Have a good day.